Hello, I'm Gil Zilkha, and welcome to my channel. This is my series entitled Essential Classical Music, where we look at the best recordings of the major classical music works. This video is taken out of my larger video where I cover the major concerto recordings. And if you enjoy this, I hope you'll take the time to also watch that larger one. Just know that you don't have to watch the entire thing in one big long take. It is divided into chapters, so it's really easy to just click through and view whichever work you're curious about. So I hope you enjoy it. Now let's move to Sibelius. And Sibelius wrote a violin concerto that is right up there with Mendelssohn and Brahms and Beethoven. Just a gorgeous concerto. Really just one of my favorites. And my prime recommendation for this one is, thankfully, a digital recording. This one is from 1987. Cho Liang-lin is the violinist, and he's accompanied by Esa-Pekka Salonen and the Philharmonia. And this recording, it just hits all the right notes for the Sibelius concerto. There's the passion, the drama. It's very warm and heartfelt, just very well paced. This is a recording that is justly famous, and they just really hit it out of the park. But it's a great concerto, so there are other really great versions as well, not least of which is this one from Pekka Kuusisto, who he has a story similar to Van Cliburn in that Van Cliburn won the Tchaikovsky competition and then subsequently recorded a very famous Tchaikovsky Piano Concerto No. 1. Kuusisto won the International Sibelius Concerto competition as a young violinist, and so then he recorded it with Leif Segerstam and the Helsinki Philharmonic, and this is just a really intense, dramatic performance. Kuusisto has this really smooth tone, almost a little bit icy, I would say, that goes well with this piece. Of course, it's a piece he must have known, he knows very well. And it's just a very dramatic interpretation in pristine sound quality. So that one is very strong as well. We also have to talk about Jascha Heifetz. Heifetz was very well known for this concerto, and it's really almost an ideal concerto for his mix of virtuosity with control at the same time. And it's one of his best recordings for a stereo recording. This one is with Walter Handel and the Chicago Symphony, 1959. Fairly well recorded. And Heifetz just brings it. He brings the drama, the virtuosity. It's very very passionate. It's really one of his best interpretations and one of his best recordings. I would say similar plaudits apply to Oistrakh. Oistrakh recorded this also in 1959 with Eugene Ormandy and the Philadelphia Orchestra. I would say Oistrakh is compared to Heifetz, and this may or may not be a good thing for the Sibelius. He's much more extrovert and emotive, I would say, really passionate. I mean, he plays like a god in this thing. It's just just really amazing. He just really goes for it. So that's a reference version as well. A little bit newer, more recent, is this one from Anne-Sophie Mutter. This is from 1995 with Andrei Previn and the Dresden Staatskapelle. This, I would say, is a little bit compared to, like, say, Oistrakh, for example, or Heifetz even. It's a little bit more introspective, not as overtly dramatic, but it's very searching, very poetic, very individual, kind of like her Brahms concerto recording with Masur. So this is well worth seeking out. Now, a couple of older ones to talk about. I have to talk about Jeanette Neveu. This is with Walter Susskind in the Philharmonia in 1945. Neveu is just such a supreme artist, so much soul and heart and passion in her playing. And this is a wonderful concerto to hear her at her best, just really, just really going for broke. The recording is, mid 1940s. It is a studio recording, so it's not terrible, but it's not great. But it's worth it to hear Neveu. However, we have to also talk about Heifetz's earlier recording. He's even better in this one, even though the recording quality is not as good. And importantly, he's got a better collaborator in Thomas Beecham with the London Philharmonic in 1935. This is just a real famous recording for good reason. It's very passionate, very powerful, very dramatic. The sound quality is not too bad. It's listenable. So definitely, if you love the Sibelius, you're going to want to hear this. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, I hope you'll also take time to click the like and subscribe buttons. And with that, I want to wish you all a great day and happy listening.